All right, folks, what is going on? Back with another video. I am not in my game room doing this video. I'm in my bedroom, and there's a big reason why. If you read the title, you kind of already know, but we're going to get into it. So, my console gaming, don't get me wrong, I have all my consoles upstairs. I just bought a few downstairs to play down here. And my console gaming mostly consisted of playing on a monitor. Even though I do have a TV upstairs, I use that to watch football or whatever the case may be when I'm just sitting up there. But ever since I moved a couple of consoles down here this week for the holidays, I've been more inclined to actually be more engaged with my games. Now, don't get me wrong, when I'm playing my PC games, I play on a monitor, that's cool. But the console games, I play on the TV, and I've been playing them here in my bedroom, and I just felt way more comfortable playing them. And it kind of took me back to a time where, the world, I don't want to get too big and philosophical, but where the world just was completely blocked out. And I'm just playing my games in a relaxed motion. And it is like, when I'm upstairs, I'm not able to do that. Obviously, if you watch any of my videos, I don't have a couch upstairs. That's by design because I do most of my workouts up there. So I don't want to put a couch up there that'll break my whole situation with me constantly working out. Once I get a couch up there, I'm going to sit up there and I'm not going to be working out. So I'm constantly, adamant about not putting one up there. So the way my game room is set up is basically I have my games in a certain place and I play my games in my computer chair. And even I play my consoles in my computer chair. But it's just something about being in a more relaxed state when you're in a different setting, I guess. And me being in my bedroom where, basically it's just a more of a comfort setting. I've been more engaged playing my games where I'm almost done with one game and I'm about to start another one. As soon as I finish that one, it just sped up the process of me being more engaged in my video games. Now, upstairs I play on my PC. That's not coming down here, obviously. I'm gonna keep that at my desk. And playing on my PC is different. I like playing on a high refresh rate monitor with high frame rates at a desk, mouse and keyboard. Sometimes I use a controller, depends on the game, and I'm good. But with consoles it's just different. And I think I'm starting to regain the whole notion between PC gaming and console gaming. And I know people say, well, you can play your PC from the couch with the controller. Yeah, and that's true. You can do that. And I have no problem doing that as well. It's just that with these consoles, it's just a little different. And me being down here for this holiday weekend, it's just been one of the most enjoyable sessions of gaming I've had in a very long time. Now we went live and played Bright Memory Infinite, which is a great game. I highly recommend you guys try that out. I played that on a PS5 upstairs, but I bought the PS5 down here afterwards, and I'm just more comfortable with the way this is. Now, what does that mean about things upstairs? Nothing's going to change upstairs. Like I said, I bought a few, well, I ain't gonna say a few. I bought three of my consoles down here because I got three HDMI ports for this TV in here. So I put all three consoles on the TV, and this is just an alternative place to play games. What's going on upstairs, that's not going to change. I'm going to move some things around as far as how I got things because I'm going to start bringing more of my the consoles up here. I got my Sony PS3 and PS5 down here, and I got my PS2. So basically, I got the entire Sony library of consoles down here, and I'm gonna probably bring those games down here and put in my closet. And the Sony stuff is gonna stay down here, and upstairs is gonna be the Xbox, the Nintendo, PC, of Sega stuff. All that stuff will stay up there. And I'm just more content with having my Sony stuff down here, and that's just the way it's going to be for the foreseeable future because it just feels more relaxing. Playing PlayStation games in this setting feels better. Xbox 360, I don't have my Series X anymore, but Xbox 360 original Xbox, I could play all that upstairs. To me, I kind of in tune Xbox with the PC side of things anyway, and the Nintendo stuff, that's basically for my son. I have all like the Super Nintendo, NES, all that stuff. He likes to play those things as well as the Sega Genesis and stuff, and the Saturn and the Dreamcast. Now, I did say I may bring the Dreamcast down here because one thing I've been doing since I've been down here is playing a lot of arcade games. So I bought my arcade sticks for my PS3, PS5, and my PS2. which obviously that plays PS1 games like the PS3. So I've been playing a lot of arcade titles. So, I've been playing, a lot of stuff on this and with my other arcade sticks. And, I may just bring the Dreamcast down here as well because I use that for mostly arcade stuff. Now, how does that affect my streaming? Well, the streaming's not going to change. If I want to stream a game on my PS5, I'll just take it upstairs and we'll live stream that. If we PS3, same thing. I'll just take it up there. We'll live stream that said game. That's not going to change because even though I got it set up a bit pretty nice, it's just it's not concrete. It's not going to stay up here. If we find a game that we want to play, let's say we want to play some Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection again, anything that pertains to my PS5, I'll just take it upstairs and we'll play it and we'll live stream it and we'll just have a good time that way. But as far as me just coming home from work, chilling out, I just may want to just sit here in my chair, sitting here in the bed, play a game, and just get ready for the next day. Sometimes going upstairs is just, I guess it's atmosphere. Because when I'm upstairs, it seems like it's more content creating time. Even I have the CRT upstairs as well, and I play my Sega Saturn on that because that's basically what I use my CRT for. Now it's for playing those beautiful Sega Saturn games on there. That's what that is basically for. Is even with that up there, I still feel comfortable playing those games, up there. But as far as I guess like just the Sony side of stuff, I just have it up here, So that's just how it's gonna rock. And I do want to know before I get out of here, how do you guys game as well? Like, do you have your games in the living room? Do you have your games in a particular area in the house? Do you have like a certain bedroom that you have your games in? Do you have a man cave of your own? How does that work? Because like I said, I have a man cave of my own and I love being up there. And I could easily put a couch up there, but that's just not going to be a thing for me because of the fact that I don't want to get lazy. I love working out. I work out at least 3-4 times a week, and I want to continue that, and that's where I work out at. But like I was saying, how do you guys do it? I know a few people who have like this one little area in their living room where they have like a small TV and they have their games in this little corner and they just play right there, kind of like a little office space that's right there where they just play their games at. And I think that's really cool. And I actually thought about doing that, to be honest. Like right here, probably like in the bedroom, the thing is, my wife or whatever, she may be okay with it. She don't really trip or anything like that. But maybe I'll like take my TV or take one of my monitors and just put them over here in the corner and have all 3 consoles like hooked up like right there, and I'll just have like my little desk space right there. I don't know, maybe it'll be the same way I feel now, just sitting here and playing the games on my bedroom television. I don't know. It's just something to think about because at the end of the day, I love being up there in my game room, and I don't think that's going to ever change. That's going to be something. I just feel like sometimes when I want to play games, I just need an area that's an alternative where I don't have to go upstairs or I don't have to be in that setting where I could just sit here and just chill out and play, So, and I think this is a pretty good setup that I got so far. I got my PS2, which play PS1 games, hooked up. My PS3, which also play PS1 games and PS2 classics, got that hooked up. And my PS5 that plays PS4 and 5 games. And, the PlayStation Store has all these other, ways of playing other PlayStation games as well. So I have the entire library of consoles up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I think I'm good with this. And as much as an Xbox fan that I am, original Xbox that is, I'm just going to keep it up there where it is and just, let it live. To be quite honest, I've been on the original Xbox for, almost 25 years now. I've been gaming that long. Yeah, I'm an older guy. And I'm not saying I'm burnt out by the original Xbox, but it's nothing there that I haven't really seen. It still amazes me how well those games hold up, but it's not like it's nothing that I haven't discovered yet when it came to the original Xbox. 25 years of playing that console, you're like, yeah, you've done it all and seen it all, right? and I'll continue to still play it. You know, it's still a great console, but I know one thing for certain. I haven't tapped into the potential of all the other Sony products, PS1 through PS5. And even though how much I love the PS3, I know I still haven't tapped into the potential with all of these consoles from all 5 generations. And I think that's going to be my next mission, to really get into all of the Sony stuff. I might be like Mystic, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess what's a guy named Mystic that's on YouTube? I might be like him and just get into all of the Sony stuff, because I've been original Xbox down, and then I went to the Sony PlayStation 3, then I jumped to the PS4, and those are like my primaries. But I never really got into them because I always played PC. I've been playing 360. I bought an Xbox One. I have all these other consoles, but my primary ones, I still haven't tapped the potential of all of them. So that was my reasoning of bringing all the Sony stuff down here. So when I'm in this space, I'm really going to engage with the consoles like most people do when they buy the consoles. They really get into it. But for me being a collector, you know, I bought so many consoles, man. I just really haven't bogged down and really got into the meat and potatoes of the games that some of these consoles put out. I just haven't. I mean, I play them, but I haven't really got into them. So it's a real big difference, you know, getting into the ecosystem and really, really playing the games and enjoying yourself. Because if anything, I've done that with PC more than anything. I've been all into the PC ecosystem for, you know, a long time. You know, probably over, you know, 12, 13 years. And I've been deep into that ecosystem more than anything else. But I think I'm going to back up and just, you know, appreciate the Sony stuff while I got it set up in here. But I could ramble all day, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. Hopefully everything went good. As for me, everything was great. My Georgia Southern Eagles are going bowling. So hopefully they can bring a trophy back. And we'll see how it goes. But other than that, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. I'm out. Peace.